We got James Harden and that beard of his. Look, this guy's relentless. We know he's going to attack the basket all night long. So I'm going to make it my personal mission to keep that from happening. As long as we keep jumping those passing lanes, we can give them a run for their money. I know I'll be ready.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Rockets. And Houston is looking to play Texas big. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. The last time these two teams met, it was the Houston Rockets who came away with the W against Milwaukee.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as well.
Rockets leading by 7.
And guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
For Houston, they have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific, in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. He wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Plumlee dishes to Freak from the stripe. And the shot is long.
The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
Ariza kicks to Capella. Back to Beverly. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Capella with the bucket.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Rockets leading by 10. Here's Beverly. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Freak passes to Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Freak. Passes it to Bayless. Kicks to Freak. To halt the run. No luck. Good D by Ariza. Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And he lays it straight in.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
From the high post. And it's Freak missing. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Harden. No luck. And Milwaukee the other way now. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And the Bucks making a change here. Mayo's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Here's Jones. It's rebounded by Mayo. High, arcing shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Beverly wide open. And certainly an intriguing matchup tonight. Let's hear from Trevor Ariza on it.
You're playing against a team that is very...
Ariza might as well be up here for Milwaukee. Houston with a big group substitution here. Howard's checked in for Terrence Jones. Smith comes in for Matiunas. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Michael Beasley. And James Harden subbed in for Patrick Beverly. So on the floor for Houston, Ariza is the small forward and Smith the 4. Corey Brewer is out there with Harden. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons did not have a great showing. He ended with 7 points, and he also added a few assists as he set up his teammates as well. One of the concerns of the coaching staff is that this isn't an isolated incident. Now with a growing number of weak games, he says he's ready for a turnaround right here, right now. We'll see if he does just that, Kevin.
Good work as always, Doris. Thank you. Well, we haven't seen too many games, guys, like that out of him before.
And you know what? I'm thinking we'll see a different guy here tonight. Hard to imagine he'd have back-to-back bad games.
Yep, forget about back-to-back bad games on an individual basis. What he really wants to avoid are back-to-back losses. That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
And good on the basket. Book it.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Now the feed to Henson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, there have been a few small forwards helping their teams in all sorts of ways lately. Like this group, leading the position in rebounding the last 10 games. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, there are some things he does really well on the perimeter, but in the paint, his rebounding is as impressive as anything else he does on the floor.
I think that's one of his calling cards, the rebounding, and it's the feistiness in the paint that allows him to do such a good job, and they're battling those big guys down low. I mean, I think it's really what sets him apart from other small forwards.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line, and that's a must-do when you're down.
And that one's good. Beverly's got 8 points.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
And 1:01 left in the first half. Here's Freak. Offensive rebound. Henson. Smith with some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And Harden with the basket on the assist by Ariza. And it's 13 points for James Harden.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
Here's Henson. Rockets with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, and the foul trouble coming down the stretch. You know, they didn't have the guys on the floor you'd like to have out there, nor could they be as aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Really didn't want to incur more foul trouble, so they backed off and became passive, and that's no way to play defense. Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
6 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Got it up. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Rockets lead by 18. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, I'm here with Josh Smith. And
as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
What a performance.
It's a big group substitution here for Milwaukee. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Plumlee comes in for Parker. Jared Bayless is checked in for Antetokounmpo. And Freak subbed in for Carter Williams. And then for Houston, Monty Eunice is checked in for Howard. Jones comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for James Harden. Freak, he's in at point guard. John Henson out there with Miles Plumlee. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Bayless in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Well, for Terrence Jones, Clark, a very scary episode to begin last season. He suffered from a rare nerve damage to his left leg.
Yeah, he wondered if he'd be able to play again after missing 3 months. He finally got back out on the court. Good for him, because I enjoy watching him play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. And that'll be his third foul so far.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here's Jones. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Middleton. Getting around 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think.
James Harden, who's checked in for Corey Brewer.
And I tell you what, the Rockets are happy to have Terrence Jones back and healthy. They tried to acquire Bosh last season. Looked like they had it, but make no mistake, Jones was always going to be a player not only with tremendous potential, but someone that they view as a valuable commodity on that roster. And guys, Terrence Jones, good numbers as far as blocks and rebounding and scoring around the rim. He's also shown potential as far as playing on the perimeter. The Rockets hope he can fill that spread 4 role for them moving forward.
Here's Freak. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Freak's got his second bucket of the night. Houston leading by 8. Here's Beverly. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And Henson kicks to Middleton. Pass to Freak. Plumlee dishes to Bayless. Plumlee with the screen. Just 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. And that's 11 points now for Henson.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Poked away. Beverly the pass to Jones. That's good. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
The Bucks shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Middleton on the wing. Freak kicks to Plumlee. Pass to Freak. 20 feet out. Not enough on that one as it misses.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
And as we end the third quarter. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. So we see Houston taking the W here.
Dwight, come.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal.